Why, oh why, did my partner sleep with some idiot? If you're struggling with retroactive jealousy around your partner's past sex life, chances are very good that you've asked yourself this question at least once. In today's video, I'm going to respond to a viewer who's struggling with this issue, struggling with the fact that his wife made some choices in the past that he thinks weren't exactly great. My name is Zachary Stockill, and since 2013, I've been working one-on-one with retroactive jealousy survivors from around the world, helping them to overcome retroactive jealousy, overcome obsessive jealousy, and save their relationships. If you'd like more information about my work, or you'd like to work with me one-on-one, please visit my website at retroactivejealousy.com. Okay, I have a note from a viewer on this channel we'll call S. S writes, struggling with the thought of my wife's exes. The type of men my wife chose to date before she met me are not what I'd imagine her to like. These guys are way below her standards, and she tells me the same thing. So I often wonder, why did she choose them? And why did she choose me if I'm not like them at all? Okay, S. So there's two questions here, right? Why did your wife make certain choices in her past? And why did she choose you if you're so different from a lot of her exes? Obviously, I can't answer the first or the second question because I don't know your wife, I don't know you, I'm not your wife for obvious reasons. Only your wife can really answer those questions, but I'm going to offer a few thoughts, hopefully some food for thought in this video. So why did your wife sleep with some idiots? Let's just call it for what it is. It sounds like your wife made some choices in her past that you don't really love. People sleep with other people for all kinds of different reasons. Some people choose to sleep with someone because they're attractive and they're bored. Some people choose to sleep with other people because they need attention and validation. Some people choose to have sex in a certain moment because they like sex and they enjoy sex and they wanted to have sex. Some people have sex because of childhood wounds or childhood trauma and they make bad choices because of that. Some people have sex because they thought that this person was a good match and they might have a future and let's have sex. The point is, people have sex for all kinds of different reasons. And more importantly, people often have sex for different reasons depending on the season or the phase of life that they're in. I can speak personally, as a man in my mid-30s now, I'm making different choices in my relationship and dating life today than I did 10 years ago. I probably don't have to outline it. Let's say 10 years ago, my standards were a little lower than they are today. And that isn't to say anything bad about anyone I've been with in the past. The fact is, when I was a younger man, I was propelled by different motives and all the rest. And I had sex for different reasons, depending on the situation I was in, depending on whether I was single, depending on how I was feeling that night, and all the rest. I think most people can probably relate to this. People have sex for all kinds of different reasons in different phases of their life. And I can say this even as a man. I think that your preferences and your tastes in terms of what you want in a partner or in a sex partner, a sexual partner, can change depending on the phase of life that you're in. I have certain standards today, and I look for certain things in women today, back when I was single, that I didn't look for 10 years ago, because hopefully I've learned a lot and I've had a lot of experiences and I've been through breakups and I've been through some train wreck dating situations and I've been through some great relationships and all the rest. I have a bunch of experience, so hopefully I'm making better choices today. So keep this in mind. Don't judge your wife's choices based on the woman she is today. Depending on how long ago she made these choices, she could be a very, very, very different woman than she was 5, 10, or certainly 20 years ago. And think about yourself. Have your standards, have your choices always been the same throughout your entire dating/sexual life? Probably not. I don't think that describes most people. It can be useful to reflect back on your own past and your own choices in dating and sex and relationships when you're struggling with questions like this. The second question is a little more interesting, at least to me. Why did your wife choose you if you were so different from maybe people that she was with in the past? So keeping in mind, I don't know you, I don't know your wife, I don't know the situation. This is not a coaching relationship. I'm just a guy on YouTube and you're just a commenter on YouTube. We don't know each other. It is true that some people settle in their relationships. Some people settle in marriage. This is not a comfortable fact, but it is a fact. Some people hit a certain age and they say, you know what, I want to settle down, and they try to choose someone who's a safe bet, who's very different from their past relationships. They make different choices. I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing, but that is a fact. Some people choose people based on this, that they kind of want to settle down and they're more or less settling. However, the good news is, I don't think that's most people. There are certain narratives around the internet and the red pill community and the manosphere and other spheres of the internet that say that, all women want to, have fun with the alphas and settle with the betas and all the rest. Sure, there are some women like that. I don't think that's most women. I don't think that's most people. I think most people hopefully are making better and better and better choices in their relationships. I really don't think most people settle. And again, if you're wondering why your wife chose you as opposed to some of the people she was involved with in the past, your tastes can change, as you get older in life, as you gain more perspective and experience, and you've been through some bad experiences in the past, you've been through some good experiences, and all the rest. Hopefully, you're making better choices as you go through life. Hopefully, you learn some painful lessons about what constitutes a good partner and what constitutes a train wreck of a partner and all the rest. So I wouldn't look at it as necessarily a really bad thing if your wife is telling you that, you're different from her exes, and that's actually a good thing. That's the reason she married you. But above all, trust her actions over her words. In other words, is she loyal to you? Does she give you all kinds of affection? Do you still have a great sex life? Does she pledge her loyalty and devotion to you? And do you guys have a great relationship and you have all kinds of fun together and she seems genuinely happy and all of these things? Does it genuinely seem like she has desire for you? And if the answer is yes to all those questions, I really don't think you have much to worry about, because again, people make different choices depending on the season of life that they're in. On the other hand, if your wife has not demonstrated desire for you, if she doesn't give you affection, if it seems like you're getting the real sense that she's settling for you, that's another story entirely. That probably does mean that there's serious problems in your relationship that you need to address. However, I'll just say one more time that I think that is the minority of cases like this. I think most people are making better and better choices as they move through life, as they move through relationships. That's what I'm doing. I would imagine your wife is probably the same. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening today. If you got anything out of this video, please take a minute to let me know by clicking the like button below. You can also leave a comment with this video, tell me what you think. While you're at it, please make sure you are subscribed to my channel to be notified of new videos moving forward. Thanks again for watching. I will talk to you again very soon.